Right now at 10, 9/11 remembered. The town of Campbell and groups across the country honor the thousands of lives lost 22 years ago today. And Lone Wolf, a Senate committee recommends to fire the Wisconsin Elections Commission's top administrator. The full Senate will soon decide her fate, but attorneys say the decision may not be legal. Plus, a new lawsuit. A former state Supreme Court candidate wants to stop the Assembly from possibly impeaching Wisconsin's newest justice.
Watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozorowski. It's been 22 years since the September 11 terrorist attacks that killed nearly 3,000 people. French Island Boy Scouts of America's troops held a commemoration and flag retirement to remember those who died that day. Town of Campbell Supervisor Lee Donahue was the assistant scoutmaster of the troops. At the time of the attacks, she worked at a satellite office at the Pentagon. And after 22 years, she believes there's a risk that the significance of the day starts to be forgotten. She says teaching kids the history and expressing gratitude are the best ways to carry on the legacy of those who died.
Take real time and effort every day, every year, to thank all of our public servants, to thank our first responders, to thank the firefighters, to thank our police departments, to thank our government workers, our military service people.
And around the state, flags are flying at half-staff in honor of 9/11. Wisconsin's Governor Tony Evers signed the executive order to honor those. In a statement, the governor encouraged Wisconsinites to participate in the day of service to remember all those who died. A high-speed pursuit in Osseo yesterday ended in a crash. According to a release from the Osseo Police Department, an officer's patrol car was nearly hit after a car sped through a stop sign. The driver then didn't stop for the officer. The car fled onto Highway 53, reaching up to 125 miles an hour. It crashed through a guardrail and went down an embankment. The driver had minor injuries and was taken into custody. He's being charged with knowingly fleeing an officer, reckless driving, and operating under the influence. A Senate committee has recommended to fire Wisconsin's top elections official. The Republican-controlled Senate Election Committee today voted to recommend firing Wisconsin Elections Commission Administrator Megan Wolf. Now the full state Senate will decide her fate. The Election Committee's vote comes despite objections from the State Attorney General Josh Kaul, as well as the legislature's own nonpartisan attorneys. They argue that since there was not a majority vote by the Elections Commission to reappoint Wolf, the Senate does not have the right to decide whether to confirm or fire her. If the Senate rejects Wolf's reappointment, the issue will likely be resolved through a lawsuit. Conspiracy theorists have accused Wolf of rigging the 2020 election in favor of Joe Biden. Numerous reviews of the election have verified Biden defeated Donald Trump fairly in Wisconsin. A new lawsuit wants to stop the legislature from moving ahead with impeachment proceedings against the newest Wisconsin Supreme Court justice. Attorney Tim Burns, who once ran for the state Supreme Court himself, is representing two voters for Justice Janet Protasiewicz. Their lawsuit argues that proceeding with impeachment would violate the constitutional rights of voters who cast ballots for Protasiewicz. Republicans have argued that Protasiewicz's comments on the state's legislative district maps during her campaign are grounds for her removal from the court. Coulee region cooling off this evening. Let's bring in First Warn meteorologist Bill Grahl for the latest in our forecast. Hey, Bill.
Hi, Ken. Yeah, we had some isolated showers and sprinkles at times this afternoon and into the evening hours. Pretty quiet out there right now, and high temperatures today, low to mid 70s for most, including 74 in Eau Claire, lots of 73s in Winona, Black River Falls, and Sparta. That 75, I can actually update that to a 76 out of the La Crosse Airport, and 73 in Prairie du Chien. So that 76 was below average, but not by much, just 2 degrees. 4 days of this month we have seen a below average high temperature after that very steamy start with the record temperatures over the holiday weekend. Now, currently skies kind of partly cloudy across the region. Most of the showers have either fizzled or they're off to our south and east, but I am watching some isolated showers and even a few isolated rumbles of thunder north and west of the Twin Cities. If these hold together, maybe producing some brief showers or sprinkles later tonight, primarily north and west. Otherwise, temperatures in the 50s for most, although 40s to our north and east in our traditional colder spots. Kind of cool temps tonight, lows in the 40s to lower 50s, 51 in the Cross. Watch out for some areas of fog late tonight, early tomorrow morning. 52 to start tomorrow. 60s for afternoon highs, mid to upper 60s with a slight chance for some scattered showers and isolated thunder. I'll have the rest of my 8-day forecast. That's coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Bill, thanks very much. Plan before the after. That's what the Causeway Caregivers of La Crosse want people to know. The free planning sessions at Good Shepherd Lutheran Church through the Causeway Caregivers helps people get their affairs in order before their death. Executive Director Sarah Roble says many people don't think of the issues that may happen after death. Roble says it's important to sort out assets like money, property, as well as medical issues like power of attorney. She says the planning sessions create open communication among families so they aren't left with questions.
It's something that's easy to put off. No one wants to think about passing away. But if you just start, we always say the first few forms in the folder flow into the next one. Before you know it, you're done with the folder.
Those planning sessions were free and open to the public as long as there was registration. The sessions consist of 3 parts: preparing for service, health care, and legal. Roble says the session is a great planning step for people who may not live near family. Coming up, school might have just started, but teaching is a year-round effort. And for some, it's a lifelong calling. After the break, we introduce you to this month's top-notch teacher.
Dear Sharp Curves, Toyota has more all-wheel drive sedans than any other brand. We got traction, baby.
Get 3.99% APR for 48 months on many of Toyota's most popular models. Toyota. Let's go places.
At Taco John's, we never judge a book by its cover. But if the cover is a one-of-a-kind flatbread coated in aged cheddar, crispy shredded potatoes, and our signature potato Olay seasoning, we say, judge the shell out of it. New Cheddar Crunch Tacos, only at Taco John's.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, you'll always find great deals. Right now, get even greater savings store-wide with our lowest prices of the year. Like half off these Bushnell trail cams, $49.99. These large bags of AgriMaster poultry feed, just $13.49. Save $200 on this Champion full beam log splitter and get free assembly and hydraulic fluid. A $130 value free. Plus, shop Blaine's Farm and Fleet's lowest prices of the year online and pick up your order in our fast and free drive-thru. We'll have it ready in just 1 hour.
To all you so-called drive-thru contenders out there, Taco John's is coming for the breakfast belt. With the boldest, juiciest, baconiest, potato Olay-iest breakfast burritos ever, we're not pulling any punches. The new Breakfast Champ is here. Try a bigger, bolder breakfast at Taco John's.
Dear 2030, can't wait to see you. With our 160-point inspection, the best new cars make the best used cars. It's a date, Toyota. Find yours at toyotacertified.com. Toyota, let's go places.
A new school year is underway, but St. Paul's Lutheran in Waniwak isn't quite the same this year. That's because one teacher has retired after 45 years of service. But her passion for her community means she's still just one call away. Here's our latest top-notch teacher.
Top Notch Teacher is sponsored by Viterbo University.
A childhood dream.
I've been wanting to be a teacher since 4th grade.
Valerie Hageman has realized it at St. Paul's Lutheran in Waniwak.
When I first came here, I started in this classroom with 23 second graders.
For 45 years, Mrs. H, as the kids call her, has taught just about every age group, most recently 7th and 8th grade. You don't see too many teachers opting to stay in one place that long. But for Valerie, Waniwak quickly became a home.
My husband is a dairy farmer. So if you get a chance to get a different spot, it's kind of hard to pack up the cows. But I also love it here. In our community itself is just very inviting and very wholesome. And I thought that's a great place to raise kids. And I raised 5 of them.
But in a way, she's raised countless kids. She's taught them subjects from music to science, directed school musicals, coached forensics, played the organ at church. A jack of all trades.
Very upbeat, very enthusiastic. She connects with the kids on an excellent level.
And at this point, her community impact spans generations.
When I first came here, the kindergarten teacher at that time was a very wise old lady that said, you know, hon, when you start teaching the grandchildren of the teachers of the children you've taught, it's time to retire. I have one in my classroom, grandchildren of the children I taught. So yes, it's time to retire.
The plan was to go through this school year and retire in 2024. But those plans changed.
In January, we discovered I had pancreatic cancer.
Last semester, she would miss several days a week as she went through chemo, but she'd always make it back to her students.
They talk about the strength and how do you handle this and everything else, and you just go on.
And when we met with her this summer, the doctor's notes were encouraging.
They are noticing the cancer has been, the cancer markers have been shrinking, which means that they're hoping the cancer is shrinking.
Not easy to step away from something she spent more than half her life on. But while she may not be in the classroom full time, St. Paul's just might see her pop in from time to time.
I'll be back. Because, you just can't leave the job. It's too much fun.
And that's what makes Valerie Hageman a top-notch teacher.
And if you know a teacher who's gone above and beyond for you, your kids, or your community, you can nominate them for Top Notch Teacher right on our website. You click Top Notch Teachers under the Features tab on news8000.com, and it'll walk you through the process from there. Coming up, exposure therapy going high-tech. A Minnesota health company is using VR to help community members conquer their fears.
And I'm meteorologist Bill Grahl. We had some isolated showers around today. Could see some more tomorrow. I'll have the details of my 8-day forecast after the break.
With a tankless system, you can have unlimited hot water whenever and for however long you need it. Upgrade to a tankless today and never be left without hot water again. Rely on Maxwell White, plumbing done right.
Hi, I'm Mike Pitts, co-owner of Sugarloaf Ford Lincoln in Winona, Minnesota with my son Andy, and we've been in the business for 45 years. It's a family business. And when you walk in the front door, it should feel like a family business. We take good care of our internal customers, that's our employees. And in turn, they take great care of our customers, and they love the experience. And guess what? They want to come back. Some of these employees have been here 30 to 40 years. We know them, we know their family. We do care, and it will show.
Never been invited to a Southern fish fry? That's okay. Get Arby's $5 Hush Puppy breaded fish basket and fries. Because Arby's would never not invite you to Arby's. Arby's, we have the meat.
They have state-of-the-art equipment. We have state-of-the-art equipment. They have qualified technicians. We have qualified technicians. They can set your appointment in maybe a month. We can get you in tomorrow. They will charge you an arm and a leg. We charge hundreds, not thousands. Sensible MRI, where quality and affordability meet.
Right now with Papa Murphy's, we've got a great deal.
Which means I make more great pizza.
Like our $9.99 XLNY pizza. It's everything you'd expect from a classic New York-style pizza, hot and fresh out of your oven. Order now at papamurphys.com.
I'm going to say something I want you to think about. Wealthy people ask, how much? People who struggle with their money ask, how much a month? If you're borrowing for everything you purchase, you're buying everything on time, this can lead to a life of financial mediocrity. I think you deserve much better than that. If you'd like to learn more, give me a call at Firefighters Credit Union.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Whether it's a bathroom remodel or comprehensive plumbing services, we at Maxwell White strive to keep our neighbors safe and comfortable in their homes, offering honest, upfront pricing on every service, all backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Call Maxwell White today.
The Board Store Home Improvements. Everyday low prices on bathroom remodels for seniors and families. Contact us today for a prompt free estimate. You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
The FDA banned the sale of flavored cigarette products back in 2009. And that was because studies had shown that adding flavors to cigarettes recruits young smokers. But there was one exception, menthol. The FDA was expected last month to finalize a rule to ban the sale of all flavored cigarettes, including menthol. But so far, the FDA has not acted, and there's been no word if they will at all. For health officials at Gunderson Health System, that's not acceptable.
The cigarette lobby is huge. And so, on one side you have public health and all of the data. On the other side you have the lobbyists and money and, it is a government, and who knows what's going to happen. So ideally the FDA will get off its butt and do something. It's been 15 years almost, it's time for them to take care of this.
In 2021, the CDC surveyed middle and high school students who smoked cigarettes. It found 39% of them reported using menthol cigarettes. Virtual reality first made a buzz in the late 80s and early 90s, thanks to NASA, universities, and gaming companies. It's come a long way since then, including the ways in which it's used. Derek James shows us how today's VR is being implemented by a Minnesota mental health provider to treat fears, phobias, and anxiety.
All right, here goes. Ellie Mental Health in Mendota Heights is using virtual reality to bring the outside world. I am up very high. Into its office. This isn't a video game. I have open area in front of me, and I have railings on the side of me. It's therapy.
And what are you noticing internally? For working with someone who has a fear of flying, we can't really get on a plane with them, right? But what we can do with VR is we can bring a plane into that therapy room. I asked Austin Jacobson, Ellie's virtual reality therapy co-manager, to demonstrate the software he uses. I feel a little shaky. To transport to a situation that creates anxiety for me. Heights. Your front brain and your hind brain, they're not communicating. So all that's happening is your hind brain is going, we're up high, we're up high, we're up high. So you're having that immediate fear response. Through virtual reality exposure therapy, I safely face my fear while receiving tools to calm and cope. Take note where you are right now and then do some square breathing. The idea with this stuff is we're trying to regain some sort of control over what's called your autonomic nervous system. That's your fight or flight response. This form of therapy already has a success rate of between 66 and 90% in treating PTSD. Ellie also incorporates VR in everyday therapy sessions to put clients at ease. If they find being on a beach comforting, yeah, let's put them on a beach, or maybe even put them in a more creative space so then they can express themselves, you know, non-verbally. Back on the crane ledge. But I could try to take a few steps out here. You can absolutely take a few steps. After taking a few steps high above the city, this session is coming to an end. Feel free to take off the headset right there. I'm not going to make you walk back on the crane. It's also weird, the spatial relationship of how far I actually walked. You walked a good amount. I can take that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not embarrassed to say I definitely got sweaty. While my demonstration session was more rapid, Jacobson says it typically takes 6 to 12 sessions to experience results. He says it's a tool, not a cure-all. None of them are magic wands. They're all different ways to work on the same sort of thing. And these different modalities resonate with different people.
Ellie Mental Health's virtual reality therapy is covered by insurance. Technology never ceases to amaze. In the meantime, it's time now for a look at our Coulee region forecast, and for that, we're joined by meteorologist Bill Grahl. Bill?
Well, Ken, we're looking at, again, another chance for a few showers tomorrow, and again, it's that time where we will take any drops that we can get with how dry it's been this past summer. Let's take a live look through CityCam, where all is quiet in downtown La Crosse. We had a few sprinkles earlier this evening, and some of you had some brief light rain showers. Nothing officially recorded out at the airport. 76 the high, 56 the low. Pretty much right on track. Averages are 78 and 56. 97 and 35 are the records. But again, look at the rainfall deficit and the precip deficit for the year. Over 6 inches now, and already 1.36 inches for September. 57 with a mainly clear sky. 58 downtown at the station. Winds are light. The Mississippi River rising a bit, 4.84. Mostly clear in Eau Claire, 58 degrees with a light south to southeast breeze. In fact, most spots in the 50s. The exception are traditional cooler spots to the north and east in the mid to upper 40s. And winds are light or calm. And with that partial clearing of the light winds, we could see some areas of fog later tonight and into early tomorrow. Visibility trackers showing the best chance for seeing that in some of our eastern communities. We'll keep an eye on that for you overnight and into tomorrow morning. Otherwise, all is quiet on the radar until you go up towards the Twin Cities. We do have some batches of rain east of there, and then also an isolated thunderstorm west of the Twin Cities. So if these survive, some of our northwestern counties could see some of these showers late tonight, and then we'll all have a chance tomorrow as this kind of clipper type system drops to the south and east across the area, bringing at least a slight chance for some hit and miss showers and isolated thunder. So Sky Tracker showing some sprinkles or isolated showers late tonight to the north and west. And then tomorrow, small chance of showers in the morning, a little bit better for some hit and miss showers, isolated storms in the afternoon. Then those quickly dissipate once the sun sets tomorrow evening with clearing skies and a partly to mostly sunny sky for our Wednesday. Zone forecast showing highs tomorrow kind of on the cool side, upper 60s for the county, mid to upper 60s to near 70 in our southern communities. Again, keep in mind our average high is 78, so these will be below average. Mid to upper 60s as we head back to the north. Even some upper 50s for highs in parts of Rusk, northeastern Chippewa County, and northern parts of Clark County, right around 61 or 62 for Eau Claire and Chippewa Falls. So cool areas of fog later tonight, 51. Again, that small chance for a shower late tonight, and then a slight chance of showers tomorrow. An isolated thunderstorm not out of the question in the afternoon. Otherwise, a mix of clouds and sun and cooler than average with highs in the upper 60s. Still cool Wednesday, but more sunshine. 69 for the high. 70s return starting Thursday. In fact, pretty seasonable numbers Thursday through the weekend and early next week. Highs mainly in the 70s, overnight lows mainly in the 50s, and some low-end rain chances on Friday and on Monday. But again, slight chance for some rain showers tomorrow, so if any outdoor plans, maybe have that rain gear handy just in case.
Good to keep in mind. Thanks, Bill. Coming up next in sports, the Brewers' bats were red hot, and Aaron Rodgers made his Jets debut. But it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. Kate will tell you why after this.
You live a life on demand. Movies, shows, and more. Your local news, weather, and sports shouldn't be different. The 8000 Plus app is the free streaming option, giving you everything local on your time. If you have one of these, you can get this.
Run forward and give back at the YMCA Maple Leaf Walk Run presented by Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Join us in person or virtual with a 5K, 5-mile, half marathon, and kids fun run, an event for everyone. Register at laxymca.org.
At Stanton Optical, you can stop waiting forever for an appointment. Same-day eye exams and walk-ins are always available. I wish other things would happen as fast. Get 2 pairs of free eye exam and anti-glare lenses for only $79.
Dear veteran, if you or someone you know struggles with PTSD, family relationships, financial or other hardships, let us help get you back on track. Here at Project New Hope, we offer a no-cost weekend wilderness retreat with only one mission: you. Licensed counselors are available around the clock, meals are provided, and there is no obligation to you. For more information, please visit projectnewhope.net and let us help bring you home.
Are you ready to get more from your checking account? Altra's A+ accounts are built with more in mind. More ways to stay connected to your finances with online and mobile banking. More secure ways to pay with contactless debit cards and mobile wallet, so you can make purchases without slowing down. More money in your pocket with better rates, no minimum balance, and no monthly fees. Open your account online and start getting more from your checking account. Altra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
Welcome to Too Good to Guess. Can you guess how much 2 pairs of Progressives, a free eye exam, and anti-glare lens upgrade will cost at Stanton Optical? Only $135? Wow, a deal so good, every customer wins. Book your eye exam at Stanton Optical today.
Run forward and give back at the YMCA Maple Leaf Walk Run presented by Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Join us in person or virtual with a 5K, 5-mile, half marathon, and kids fun run, an event for everyone. Register at laxymca.org.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Kate Overton.
Not a lot of local teams competing today, but we did have a local athlete make his decision to play at the next level, and he's staying close to home. Onalaska's Brady Kuhn announced on his Twitter today that he's committed to UW lacrosse to play football for the Eagles next fall. He's been an impact two-way player for the Hilltoppers and will be joining UWL's running back room next season. Very cool for him. We also have the Milwaukee Brewers. No Yelly tonight, so Mark Canna leading things off, and he's going to do it in style. A solo home run to left field. Brewers take an early lead. Now 6-0, and with the bases loaded, Willie Adames is going to turn this into a football game. He singles down the third base line. All 3 runners come in to score. It's now 9-0. Offense was killing it tonight, so we got to show some love to Brandon Woodruff. Woody was lights out. 9 innings, 6 hits, no runs. His first ever complete game shutout. He has now pitched 21 scoreless innings in a row as the Brewers get the win 12-10. 3-0. Meanwhile, the Cubs, they're currently trailing Bills Colorado Rockies 3-4 in the 9th. If that holds, the Brewers will take a 4-game lead in the division. And over in Minnesota, the Twins hosting the Tampa Bay Rays. Twins down 2 in the 4th, but Max Kepler is going to cut that lead in half. He sends one deep to right for a solo shot. It's now 2-1, but in the very next inning, Tampa Bay gets that run back and more. Taylor Wall sends one to the bleachers. Rays take the lead and go on to win 7-4. What a weekend of football we just had. The Packers, they got a big win over their rival, the Chicago Bears. Now, you usually shouldn't overreact to week 1, but this Packers team looked good. More specifically, Jordan Love looked like he was in full control. Love was without his top wide receiver and Christian Watson, but that didn't affect him at all. Love went 15 for 27 passing, 245 yards and 3 touchdowns. He missed a few throws, but he connected 2 passes with 6 different receivers, and he wasn't afraid to sling it. The team overall, very young. Coach LaFleur said they played 13 different rookies in the game, and on top of that, they have the first-year quarterback in Love. But they showed why they should be out there, and they all helped beat the Chicago Bears for the 9th straight time.
Yeah, it was great for us to be able to get a lot of people a lot of snaps, get everybody into the ball game. You don't always get to do that, so it was cool. It was cool to see all those guys contribute.
Now Green Bay has to get healthy. Hopefully Watson is back soon. Jones looked like he tweaked something on this long touchdown run, and rookie Jaden Reed went down with an injury. We'll know more about those when Green Bay release their injury report later this week. Green Bay is on the road this Sunday against the Atlanta Falcons. Now going back to Saturday, the Badgers lost to Washington State for the 2nd straight year. The team turned the ball over and the offense was sloppy at times. The Badgers had just 90 rushing yards compared to 314 the week before. And quarterback Tanner Mordecai fumbled the ball twice. But despite all that, the Badgers had the ball with 6 minutes to go, down 2. They had the chance to win, but just couldn't finish.
It was a tough one to swallow, going on the road and not performing the way we would have liked to have performed. Game is humbling, and so we got humbled a bit in that way, but we're excited about moving forward because there is no time to rest and relax.
The loss also kicked Wisconsin out of the top 25 rankings. Next up for the Badgers, Saturday at home against Georgia Southern, a game that Wisconsin should win, but they're no slouch. The Eagles are 2-0 to start the year and upset Nebraska last season, and then after that, it's time for Big Ten play. And check this out, Monday Night Football, Aaron Rodgers taking the field for the first time as a New York Jet, running out there with the American flag, getting the fans on their feet. Rodgers, of course, spent the last 18 years wearing the green and yellow for the Packers, but after just 4 plays tonight, Rodgers' Jets debut turned into a nightmare. You can see Rodgers looking to the sideline for a play, but just can't take it anymore. Goes down, favoring that left ankle. He would be taken out of the game. X-rays came back negative, but we'll know more about this injury as the week goes on. Now, Ken, you and I were talking. No matter your opinion on Rodgers, you just hate to see this.
You sure do. Right after a sack, the first sack of the game, and just goes down. Didn't even look bad in the moment, but those Achilles. We just saw a Ravens running back have an Achilles injury yesterday. Done for the season. So you hope it's nothing that serious.
Yeah, you don't want to take assumptions, but it's looking like an Achilles injury for him. So we'll tell you more about that as we learn more information. More news after the break.
This week's Hy-Vee hot deals are 8-ounce Hy-Vee Choice Reserve New York strips, just $4.99. Dole bananas, just 39 cents a pound. And Frito-Lay party-sized snacks, just $3.88. Only at Hy-Vee.
No matter your level of comfort with technology, our secure website allows for worry-free transactions. Whether at your computer or in the palm of your hand, our mobile app lets you manage your account on the go. For over 120 years, Union State Bank has provided our customers and community with quality financial services. We're here for you and welcome you to bank with us.
Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
With fall approaching, now is the right time to get your new energy-efficient windows from your home improvement company. We're offering 50% off all windows. Call now to get 0 interest and 0 payments until 2025. Our team of trained and certified professionals will ensure your project is done right the first time. Like the warm weather, this deal won't last forever, so call today or go online to schedule your free consultation and get 50% off your new energy-efficient windows. Your home improvement company, where it's your home made better.
To everyone who's hungry for something special,
Culver's is the place for us. Hi, what can I make fresh for you today? It's nice being greeted by people who are glad to see you. And I appreciate that they use real ingredients, like fresh beef and Wisconsin cheese. The frozen custard is so fresh and creamy, it tastes like it was made just for us. It's our pleasure. Just spending time with family, that's what mealtime at Culver's is all about.
from Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious!
Fischke Motors has been family-owned and operated since 1920 and have you to thank for our continued success. So come and help us celebrate more than 100 years in business serving the Coulee region and the grand opening of our Jeep 4x4 headquarters in downtown La Crosse. Whether it's a Renegade, Grand Cherokee, Compass, Wrangler, or a Gladiator, we've got great deals on new Jeeps right now. When you find the perfect Jeep, you'll feel it.
Start your search at Fischke.com
and drive away in your new Jeep.
This week's Hy-Vee hot deals are Hy-Vee pasta sauce, just 98 cents. Select Coke products, just $4.99. And Chobani Greek yogurt, 10 for $10. Plus a 10-cent fuel saver. Only at Hy-Vee.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
A new museum exhibit is opening in Washington, D.C., and the items inside are guaranteed not to impress. Say hello to the Museum of Failures. The exhibit showcases some of the worst business ideas in modern history. Items like the hula chair, which was meant to work out your abs while you work on spreadsheets. Or Thirsty Cat, fish-flavored water for your furry feline friends. There's even an addition from this year, Starbucks coffee and olive oil-flavored drink, Aliato. The museum is meant to show that failing should not be the worst thing in the world.
Failure is actually a much better teacher than success. We learn a lot from failure, and seeing that as part of a journey and part of our path to innovation.
The museum started in 2017 in Sweden, now traveling the world, showing the best of the worst. We'll be right back.
Action! Get up to 60% off list prices on hundreds of items at the huge Labor Day sale at Slumberland Furniture. This awesome reclining sectional comes with a free recliner. How about a Lazy Boy recliner as low as $398? Do not miss this one.
Experienced sales consultants are good listeners who sell people what they need, not what's on sale. They're easy to work with and value a trusting relationship. We know team members with these life skills earn lifelong customers. Doll Auto, simple.
Get 11% off everything at Menards. Maximize your storage space with Dakota Shelving. We offer a variety of finishes to match your style with our great selection of customizable closets. Get this wooden closet system for $198.97 after 11% off. Continue your renovations with super fast vinyl plank flooring. It's waterproof and easy to install, making it perfect for any room in the home. Super fast Ridgeplex vinyl plank flooring is just $229 per square foot after rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
They have state-of-the-art equipment. We have state-of-the-art equipment. They have qualified technicians. We have qualified technicians. They can set your appointment in maybe a month. We can get you in tomorrow. They will charge you an arm and a leg. We charge hundreds, not thousands. Sensible MRI, where quality and affordability meet.
The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is here and ready to help. Anyone in Wisconsin can call, text, or chat to get connected to a trained 988 counselor. Trained counselors are here to support anyone experiencing a suicidal, mental health, or substance use crisis. You can also contact 988 if you're concerned about someone. 988 is confidential and free to all Wisconsin residents. 988 24/7. Call, text, chat. Here to support you.
In every department at Doll Auto, you'll find people who've been in the industry for decades. In over 100 years at Dahl Auto, we've learned to value experience. After working with our team, you'll value our experience too. Dahl Auto, simple.
I don't know how it's all gonna fit.
Action!
Now at Slumberland, $9.99 gets you a lot. Like a Sealy Posturepedic mattress and an adjustable power base, both just $9.99. Need a twin? Get a Sealy starting at just $129. The huge Labor Day mattress sale. Only at Slumberland.
Clear to partly cloudy overnight, some patchy fog possible late, maybe some showers late tonight into tomorrow morning as well. Lows in the 40s to lower 50s. Upper 60s tomorrow and Wednesday, a slight chance of rain showers at times tomorrow. Otherwise dry until a low-end rain chance on Friday.
And I guess it's too much to ask for Bills Rockies to give us a lift. They lost the lead.
I know.
Unbelievable.
Cubs are going to win now, of course.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.